Alrighty, so here we are playing Fruit Warriors. We're going to be doing a Dark Quake showcase and a little bit of a tip video for Dark Quake. Haven't been seeing too many Dark Quake videos, although that might just be me. But yeah, let's do some right now. So here are my stats. I'm nearly max. I basically am max. Who cares? But let's start off with the showcase. Alright, so first of all, we have our Z move. Now our Z move, doesn't change when you awaken or when you divine the Quake fruit to Dark Quake. It doesn't change. It just, I think it adds a little bit more damage and just changes the color. So that's pretty much it. But let's go with the Z move. Now what the Z move does, it just shoots a big ball of energy, of Quake, I guess you can say. And it has a big hitbox, doesn't go too far, but it's pretty good for air combat. Next we have the X move. Which basically sends a big shockwave, as you can see, below you, above you, and just a big circle, big radius. Really good, can be used in the air, so if I just wait for it to come back, what you can do is you can get up in the air, and you can just tap the X, and you can use it in the air. Pretty good stuff. You can also do it the Z and C, you can use those as well. Now with the C one, you can hold it, doesn't matter. Holding doesn't make more damage. But it's very similar to X. But the hitbox is a little bit interesting. Not too sure on the hitbox. I think it might be the same as the X. Can't tell. So take it with a grain of salt. This one can also be used in the air, and is a very good move for Quake, since you can use it in the air. Any move that can be used in the air for Quake is a good move, right? X, C, Z. But mostly X and C, okay? The last move, Inverted Reality, this one's kind of a bummer, okay? This one's kind of bad. Actually, I would entirely avoid this move if you're not farming, but I would avoid this move if you're PvPing. Reason is because you can't even use it in the air. It's going to tell you to stay on the ground. When you do get on the ground, though, and you use it, it inverts your screen and you can barely move. Actually, you can't move while the animation is playing, but towards the end you can move. But my goodness, if you miss, you miss. Alright, you miss, you're dead. Alright, your opponent's gonna get some free hits off of you, especially if they were a light user, you know. But yep, what it does is huge AoE attack. I think it's the exact same size as the X move actually, but a little bit more damage. So yeah, it also inverts the opponent's screen, I believe. Well, I hope to believe so, since your screen is inverted. But yeah, I'd avoid using the last move of Quake if you're using it for PvP, and just focus on the X and the C and the Z. Now here are some tips for Dark Quake PvP, and if you have Yoru, welcome aboard. But if you don't have Yoru, then you can just use Knight Katana, but it won't be as good as Yoru paired up with Quake, and I'm going to show you why. So, in PvP, if you're new to PvP in these types of games, the best thing you want to do is stay off the ground. The ground is your enemy, because for fruits like Light and Magma, they want you to be on the ground. They want to be above you at all times. If they're above you, they can spam their moves on you, and just hit the ground, and as long as it hits the ground, it would explode. A lot of light moves, like Mirror Kick, will TP above the ground and just shoot something down to the ground and it will explode on the ground. So stay away from the ground, please. Now, you want to start Geppoing, alright? Get off the ground and use your Yoru Z. Okay, your Yoru Z is going to be your best friend. It has a short cooldown. Make sure to dash to stay in the air so that you don't waste your Geppos. But basically what you want to do is, imagine there's an opponent I'm fighting. You want to dash towards them using Yoru Z, and then quickly use your Quake C or Quake X. These can be used in the air, and basically what you want to do is, here's a big tip, stay close to your opponent. Staying close to your opponent is a massive W for Quake users. You guys can just use Z, you guys can use X when you're close to them. Oh, that's a bit of lag. You guys can use C, just don't use V. Okay, that's all you have to do, don't use V. Keep on keeping close to your opponent using your Yoru Z. Make sure if you want to chase them, go ahead. Just keep on using your Z. I'd stay away from your X unless you're pretty confident in your skills. Because it does make you stay in the air in a single spot, and you want to be moving. Just be constantly moving. And Yoru C is a very good complement as well. Just a nice ranged attack for your additional air combat. If your opponent is nearby, just shoot them with a Quake Z. And what you want to do is close the gap between you guys. Use your, Quake X. And once again, do the same thing. And just that's how you use Quake. Really good for PvP. Might even be the best right now if you know how to use it, of course. Light ain't gonna be the best when they're fighting people in the air, because most of their moves just don't work unless they're above you. So if you're versing a light user and you're a Quake user, make sure they never go above you. Make sure no one goes above you, okay? You want to stay away from light users that are above you. You just want to use your Yoru X and go right above them. Or just go close to them, as I said before. And another, just a general tip, don't forget about your fighting styles, okay? When you're PvPing, don't forget about your fighting styles. You have a beautiful air shot. Look at that. They're trying to escape from you, or they're a light user, and like they're just far away from you. Just use your air shots. It doesn't matter. If you miss, you miss. If you hit it, you get some damage off. It's free. And also a little bit of Z, but maybe not that one. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Quake and Yoru. Yeah, try it out. See how you like it. I don't really have that many clips for PvP on bounty hunting because Australia doesn't like playing this game, and we don't have that many max levels. So finding one is going to be hard for me, and I kind of seebs. So, thanks for watching the video. Have fun.